Hey, what's happening? It is Frankie B and here about to lay down some colors on these and wrap these up. So this is going to be video 3 and pretty much it's the coloring video. You know, I'm using Copic markers, some Statler fine liners, and yeah, help finish this up, wrap this baby up. So anyway, working on the first card, the creature from the Black Lagoon, and I'm kind of happy. Sorry for the camera shaking and stuff like that. Let me settle that down. But kind of happy that the person who was commissioning me decided to, you know, go in this direction of having it colorized. It really, actually, here, let me get a little brighter in here. Yeah, that might help a little bit. All right, man, get my act together. All right, so I'm about to lay it out. I got my Copic right here. So I just want to thank you again for coming on by and checking out my videos. Definitely honored by it. And if you dig it, please subscribe. And by the way, if you think others might dig it, you know, by all means, share. Definitely appreciate it. So anyway, and some colors down on them. Now usually I use the technique because back in the day I used to do a lot of advertising work and stuff. So we worked with markers before the computers came in and stuff. So technically I use the technique of just spot coloring, where you just kind of hit colors in there, you leave some highlight area. This is kind of one of those things where, you know, just years of working and doing it, it becomes a natural kind of like, you know, it's just like riding a bike, I suppose. Just a natural kind of understanding of where stuff is going to be laid out. Now, one of the things about the merman is that he had all these little interesting, like they were greens, but then there was also these nice little hits of orange in him and stuff like that. So I'm going to pull out some of my there you go. I'll pull out a little bit of my old trusty inks, the dyes actually, and I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of, as you see here, I'll actually put it over here so it doesn't drip, but I'm actually hitting my Q-tip, which we used to use Q-tips back in the day, just to kind of, you know, brush in there. Just a little, you know, a couple little hits here and there. Okay. All right, close that up. Now I don't want this green to be too strong. You know, I'm gonna see if I can knock that back. That's a little cloud blue. Let's see what I have. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. That's on my Prismacolor markers. So let's see. Salatum green. It's actually pretty good. It's almost like a muted kind of sort of green. There you go. It's in there. Hit it a little bit. You just kind of build up on the color. Now the water is going to be almost like, it's not going to be blue. It's going to be almost like a kind of murky. There you go. I'm gonna definitely hit on those eyes to really see if I can pop them out. I remember like his lips had almost a reddish, fleshy kind of look to it. So there you go. All right. And as I said before, the scenario is that he's out hunting, and then the other piece that I did for another contributor is technically he sees something overhead, which would probably be that bolt with the researchers on, and then that's what takes him away from his dinner. Okay. Now let's see. I'm gonna add a little bit right around the edges. This is like a fluorescent gel, just to kind of really pop it out. Just around the edges. I'll come back in, hit it up. It's always tricky with that, but it's a nice effect. Let's see. All right, come on. I know I got some red. I know I took out the red. I don't know if I wanted that red though. Let's see what kind of. Oh, sorry about the sound. Let's see what we can do. A little bit. Go back around over the lips a little bit. Okay. Now, use the, again, just to kind of, this is where you can kind of emphasize, getting a little bit of the darks. I don't want to get too crazy in there. So here, let me brush this a little bit more. Let's get a little bit. Let's see. Come in and hit it with little highlights right in there. There you go. All right. How's that looking? And again, it's about, you know, you just take your time and just kind of just work it up. My thought is that the Gill Man would have a lot of different, you know, color textures going on with him. Yeah. You know, like most amphibious creatures, they just, you see little hints of blue and, you know, yellow and other stuff too. Go in there, hit that up a little bit. Hit that up a little bit, just pump it up. Go in there, just hit it up. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I got to double check to make sure. Unfortunate thing is that you will see some bleed in there. You know, that just happens. You know, I like the cardstock that Pete went with and stuff. It's pretty good, but it is a thin card, so that's the unfortunate part of it. Most I forgot what the line weight is for most cards now in the sketch card field, but they've gone a little bit more thicker just because of things like that, so you don't get a lot of you know, marker bleed, and it just happens. You know, if you're not doing it a lot, then you wouldn't know. Okay, let me hit that up. That's pretty good. I really wanted to just pump those eyes out. His eyes are just like, you know, he's in it. He's like, hey man, I'm ready to eat. All right, I'm gonna hit this with a little bit of line underneath just to pop off some of those orange. Yeah, there you go. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit this with a little bit of Moonlight. Moonlight is it's almost like a greenish kind of blue in the greenish aqua marine kind of family blues. So I'm gonna hit that for the background. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, see, it's kind of like an aqua. That's my base color, and then I'll work my way in there. I originally laid down the I actually been talking a lot on these. Yeah. And yeah, I've been talking too much on these. I do it. So why don't I do this? I'm going to switch now because I don't want to. I like the hyperlapse and stuff, so because it gets much more quicker and stuff like that. And but anyway, hey man, I just want to give you a sense of how the coloring process is. This is the only colored sketch card that I'm doing that came from that commission from the because you demanded it campaign. So I'm very happy. I'm happy that the person decided to, you know, upgrade to it. So I'm going to try to hook this up really cool. So anyway, thank you very much. And time for some hyperlapse.